All right, today we're diving deep into one of the most powerful, emotionally raw, and just deeply human collections of poetry ever put to paper, the Book of Psalms. And you're going to see this isn't just some dusty old book. It's a living, breathing text that speaks right to the heart of what we all go through today. You ever feel so happy or so sad or so angry that you just can't find the words? Like you're totally overwhelmed? Well, what if I told you there's a 3,000-year-old book that has the exact words you're looking for? So, to really get the power of this book, we first have to understand what it actually is. Its whole structure and its original purpose, well, that's the key that unlocks everything. And the name itself is a dead giveaway. A psalm. It means a song. So the Book of Psalms isn't a history book or a list of rules. No, it's basically the official songbook for the entire nation of ancient Israel. Think of it like a national prayer journal, but set to music, full of poems that were meant to be sung out loud, chanted, and performed for everyone to hear. Okay, so here's our roadmap. We're going to take a journey through the three big emotional landscapes of this songbook. We'll start in the darkest valleys with these cries of lament. Then we'll search for some solid ground with the quests for wisdom. And finally, we're going to climb to the absolute mountaintops with these incredible songs of praise. Now, here's what might surprise you. This whole journey, it doesn't start with happiness and praise. Not at all. It starts way down in the depths with these raw, desperate, and sometimes pretty angry cries for help. These are what we call the Psalms of Lament. I mean, just listen to that. That is not a polite, quiet prayer. That's an accusation, and it's being shouted right out into the universe. The Psalms give us permission, total permission, to voice our deepest, darkest fears. You know, that feeling of being abandoned or filled with doubt. They show us that faith isn't always clean and tidy. It can be messy. It can be full of really hard questions. And here's another one that's just, wow, so stark. These are not quiet complaints whispered in a corner. They're loud, public protests aimed directly at God. The writers are wrestling with their reality, and man, they are not holding back. This is radical honesty at its absolute purest. But here's the really fascinating part. These laments almost never stay stuck in despair. There's this incredible structure you see over and over again, a powerful pivot. Take Psalm 13 here. The writer starts with sorrow in my heart all the day. But then they make a choice. They declare, but I have trusted. It's like these poems are modeling for us a journey from pain towards hope, even when nothing on the outside has actually changed yet. So, the Psalms aren't just about expressing all these raw emotions, they're also about building character. They give some seriously profound moral guidance, kind of like an ancient instruction manual for living a good, stable, and meaningful life. These are the Wisdom Psalms. And this right here, from the very first psalm, just lays it out perfectly. It's a choice between two paths. Path 1, you can be like a strong tree, planted by water, solid, fruitful, life-giving. Or, path 2, you can be like chaff, that lightweight, useless husk that just gets blown away by the wind. The imagery, it couldn't be any clearer. So what does this righteous life actually look like in the real world? Well, the Psalms get super practical about it. Psalm 15, for instance, breaks it right down into concrete actions. It's not about some fuzzy, abstract idea. It's about how you walk, how you work, what you say, and how you treat the person living right next door to you every single day. All right, and now we reach the climax of our emotional journey. After wading through the depths of sorrow and searching for that path of wisdom, we finally arrive at the absolute heights of pure, unfiltered joy. These are the Psalms of praise. And with these Psalms, you can just feel the focus shift completely. It moves away from me and my problems to the sheer grandeur and wonder of the world itself. This famous line from Psalm 19, it's all about looking up and just being hit with a sense of awe at something so much bigger than yourself. And the language itself totally reflects this shift. The poetry gets big, expansive. It's piling up images of the sun, the sky, the stars. The words on the page are literally trying to capture this overwhelming feeling of wonder, inviting all of us to just stop, look up, and appreciate the majesty of it all. So, this brings us to the big question, right? Why? Why on earth does this 3,000-year-old collection of Hebrew songs still hit home for so many people all over the world in every single generation? It really boils down to one thing:
Their unflinching, radical honesty. The Psalms just do not shy away from any part of the human experience. They embrace the whole thing, the good, the bad, the beautiful, and yeah, the ugly too. At the end of the day, the Psalms are like a complete toolkit for life. They give us a vocabulary for our deepest sorrows and our highest joys. They validate our anger and our doubt, telling us that those feelings are a normal part of a life of faith, not a sign that something's wrong. They guide us, they lift us up, and maybe most importantly, they assure us that someone, thousands of years ago, felt exactly what we're feeling right now. We are not alone. And perhaps it all leads to this moment. From Psalm 23, one of the most famous lines ever written. Using a name for God, Jehovah, the writer says, "Jehovah is my shepherd, I shall not want." After all the crying out, all the searching, all the praising, what's left is this deep, profound sense of trust. It's the ultimate promise that we'll be guided, no matter how dark it gets.